Welcome. Last night's dream, shrimps and scampies. Why? I think I just found out why. Because somehow these chemtrails seem to do what the shrimp and the scampi do, since our brains are made out of, what were they made out of there, Cat? Scallop, clam, shrimp, all the seafood in our mind. How does salt survive? How does the sperm survive in us? Does it go away? Does it come back? Irrelevant of the fact. But I believe one of the ways through the chemtrails is to build your own chemtrail. The only thing I can think of that will build your own chemtrail. There's only one way to tie the knot with chemtrails. This is the only way out that I can perceivably see. But most of you are going to say, hold on a second. Maybe a little bit of ganja, perhaps, that sort of covers our minds when it's not covering our minds at all, but covering the chemtrails that are already in our minds. Don't smoke the weed. Of course not. Bring on the chemtrails. You have your chemtrails, and I have mine to dissolve yours. I think the only medication that will fight the chemtrail from now till the end of time is marijuana. The only way to fight the chemtrails. Why? Because with the peace of mind and the peace of my mind, no problem. Who worked on what and where to create all this? Is it coming from an outside source, like another planet that has dissolved or disappeared? This is supposedly supposed to knock your mind out. Why does it knock your mind out? Because they created it to what they wanted you to see. Is it the THC that we need in here? Or is it just a weed with no THC? Imagine finding your little child in a room that you brought your child into and said, this is the room we will be for supper tonight. While the adults smoke the weed, all the children have to do is eat their dinner inside that atmosphere. Like the dome control. Do I absolutely believe this? Well, can I actually believe that there's a chemtrail going into my head and taking over and devouring my mind so electronically they can run me? I believe it more than 100%. In my own faction, I've been talking about how we are not actually here and we are the ETs of the ITs of the system. They built us into this world. God, we need some angels down here. We want to do something. The angel says, okay, I'll go, and the other angel says, I'll go, and the other angel says, I go. But before you got here, you knew what was going on. You knew what the end was going to be about in your lifetime. Only small factions you didn't know. We are bettering who we are for the future, but not for the present. Can it be done on altered state robotics? It certainly can. But they wanted the strong robotics. The ones that come from the spirit world. Electronically, they know the matrix like the back of their hands. But now we're sitting in their matrix system, where they're trying to duplicate, just like they're duplicating Torah, just like they're duplicating what is called to be the phoenix, which is actually the bird of 10. Why is the phoenix the bird of 10? Because at the end of the word, it goes N-I-X, which means to exit out. The N is a 5-letter. It would actually say 5926, which is the doghouse and the birthhouse we have come to be born. It also says IX. INX is 9. The X is 10. It says 910. The wings, X. Jack of spades, Judas. Jack of spades, Jesus. One is S-U-S, the other one is S-A-D. Das? What is Das? Phoenix, 44, 44, and 4. You see, I know they're on this planet. I know they're on this planet. I know they're breathing in the same air as us. Or are they switching bodies all the time not to breathe in their own chemtrails? Or is the Illuminati smoking a little weed tonight? Hey, Illuminati, let's smoke some weed. Yes, I'm one of the Hell's Angels. I come from outer space, and I'm your greatest of all hell, because truth will knock you dead, I said, as I bent it over and it turned red. But you want to see my friends? Hello, friends. Hello, friends. What are we doing? This is my friend. Hi, guys. What's going on, eh? You want to see camera? Camera. You're both on camera. Before I even knew it, I put a dog in a house. I put a motorboat in front of him. He's bending over into the water. I put that little flower there. Never knew what it was. And that bird, which is the phoenix of Ison. If you take a look a little bit lower down, see that bent over 8? See the clam face out of the ocean? Now I know you probably can't pick up on the second sun. You see the second sun? The one sun and two sun? Two sun? Talking about Phoenix. Talking about P&H of 44. How about two suns? Tucson, Arizona. The scampi and the shrimp was last night. Tant snowstorm, storm, the rim, the shrine. What does it mean? I'm not quite sure yet. Somebody sent me a note on the Dalets, and I did a numerology on the Dalets, and it goes like this. DNA right off the bat to start, but this tells me I'm go in Monopoly. 1125, 41-125 is the 5th of May of 9/11. This is I can't even describe this, but Judas, okay, 1, 1, 5, 2, 1, 1, 1, 5, 2, 1, same numbers in between. Judas, Daleks. 4, 1, 1, 9, 4 at the beginning, 1, 1, 9, the same numbers as Judas, as Daleks, the same numbers. When I add up its totality, it's 55. 7 times 6 and 7 plus 6, the spirit of 76. When I have this one over here, it shows me it is the portal. 50. 0 would be 5 times 15 is 75. I am the stop, I am the sign, I am the Star of David, is what they're saying in here. And then they show me 25. 5 by 5 is 25, the same 5 by 5 again. So we run back between Judas and Dalets. If I had to run the numbers on Jesus, it would be 1, 1, 5, 1, 1, 5, 1, 9, 1, 9, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 9. There's no 4 in here. The only time you get a 4 is when you get the E5. The E5, okay, is 1 and 4 to make that 5. So this has to be said, I am. So it has to be taken apart to say I am when this is the complete board of 40 all the way around Monopoly. 40, 41. In all actuality, it's 48. 41 is each square, but every corner has double squares. 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. That's 1 more here, 1 more here, 1 this way, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4, there should only be 3. So you have to take off 4, there should only be 3, 3, 6, 9, 12 instead of 16. This over here would be 48 on the inside, but it would be 48 on the outside, 41. You know when you go into Monopoly in one of these squares here, and then you go this way? The knights and the horses. So Jesus says Esau. Who is Esau in the Bible? This one says Ki, this one says Esau. Would they put them together to say Kisa? Who saw what? The question is, both of the Jack of Spades, USD approved. USD approved, Judas. USD approved. The angels, but they don't approve this one. He is perfect. Jesus' name is perfect to the gematria tree. 3 times 74 is 222. 3 times 24 is 222. 11 is the part of Y2K of 01 and 3, which is not an O. That's a 6. 6, 1, and 3. Field, NFL, field goal, touchdown, extra point. 6, 1, and 3, the created world. ABFBF, 1, 2, 3, 264. 264 is 128, is 256, is 512 megabyte memory. 1, 2, 3 is his ABC. Or 1, 2, 5.
512 memory, a 512 memory. They reverse it around. Split it over here. See 32 is the back door? 3 times 2, 3 plus 2. That's 11. 1 and 1 is 2. Actually, we'll go 11. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, and 1 is 3. This one will be 5. 5, 3. 5, 3, 3, 4. 5, 3, 3, 4. 33 is the Christ, 54 is the Son. What does that mean? This one will end up being 23. 53 will be 23, and 34 will be 19. 19 and 23, you would have the letter W and the letter S. I don't know what that means. I do know what this means, but I don't know what this means. This is 5. This would be 757. This would, again, would be the stop sign. This will be the Magen David. But William Shakespeare, did he say something? Walensky's, I don't know what this means. This is all about computers. So if they're both about computers, then guess what? We're not alone. No matter what somebody shows you, they're showing us the reality, but we're not alone. We have to act upon a human, wow, it was just 11:19. We have to act upon the human thought process. The Adam and the Eve. Because the Adam was created, but the Eve was a passage. That's why it's always female. If you take a look, Eve is 555, Roman numeral in between, 2 sides. 22 becomes 4. I could put it over here, or I could put 8. 8 is the computer system. 8 and 5, 5 and 8. Why? 8 by 5 is 40. 8 plus 5 is 13, makes 53. The same 53 we're talking over here. The Eve. The Adam, if you split it up, it becomes 1144 or 10 or 1441. And Grover Cleveland mentions this. Okay, where does Grover Cleveland mention this? Mentions it on a pole from Sesame Street. So we have to understand, not only is Adam and Eve out of a story or a tale, okay, it's also part of the system. One part of the night, one part of the day. 1144, as we did just yesterday in one of my videos, is over here, is where the entry from the Fahrenheit and the Celsius, because of the chemtrails, okay? That's how they got the chemtrails, for sure. Chemtrails came out of the Celsius Fahrenheit, and how we're going to convert the 2 areas of such difference in temperatures. So they came up with the 32 scale. 0 degrees equals 32 Fahrenheit. 0 C. If it was 0 C, C is 3, this is 1, 5, it would say ACE. It would say 13532 in this scenario. So they're always calculating. When you come in at 5 degrees, it shows you 41. 41 equals to 5 equals 5. This one is 1 and 4 equals 5. This one is 5 and 0 equals 10. 50 degrees. So we did this yesterday, and we're 15, the egg, equals to 59. Is this a reverse? Is this the temperature we need for the egg? Or is 15 is the number of the egg, A and E? Anyways, I didn't come in here really to talk about that. I came in here to say there's good out there. I mean, just like the girl said on one of the sites I was watching over on Crimson Runner, and as the girl said, you don't know who's who. You have to be nice to everybody regardless. But respect from everybody, just because you're some kind of religious cult of any kind. When there's someone next to you, there is no religion between love. The only thing love is the religion. It's all about love. It's not religion that brings peace, but it's love that brings peace. So if you need to make a religion up right now, you make it based on truth and love. And you cannot become judgmental, but also everybody has to share. If you're going to dress up and hide, well, you're going to be dressed up and hide. Stay home if you want to hide. If you need to go out, I'm sorry, but in this world, there's no computer factions that say they don't have a face. Everybody has a face. You can keep it covered up to a certain extent, but you can't hide, because then it won't be fair. You come into my world and you hide. Maybe everybody should hide in this world. Is that what love's all about? Let's just hide. Who cares what she looks like or what he looks like? Let's all just hide from each other. Let's drive faster than each other. Everybody has to keep their face to their own. Now, I'm sorry, I know I probably attacked a couple of religions on that, but I've been attacking my own religion for a long time. Because I don't attack religion. I attack the truth within the realm of what somebody carries on inside the word spoken religion. Re says the fact of. Gion, a legion. A religion is a legion of thought, a belief. You take in your beliefs and you bring all the greatest stuff in the world coming out of Jesus Christ. All the greatest stuff. You know what? I must be really dumb because Torah has been there all my life and I never heard anybody say anything more than kiss the Torah. You're kissing the element that is telling you the truth and nothing but the truth. There's no statues hung up. There's nothing hung up. A star is made because of the 6 points for man, but there's nothing made up. Because I only kiss the Torah, I don't understand the rest more than the goodness that should be coming out from my own heart of love. Love this and love that and love thee and just let's love. Now again, I'm probably not coming across properly. I'm not trying to come across the wrong way. I'm not telling you which way to go. We look at number 19 as man on the moon. And this evil thing that I just seen a couple of minutes ago, okay, is talking nowhere about number 19. But then again, in the Dalets, from the gentleman who sent me those notes, thank you, it says ale. It says Dale, like the Dale dancers, like the Dale chipmunks. Storage of the nuts. What does it all mean, Dale? It says K's. K's. What does it mean, K's? Every time you see a K, you have closed in and made a box with a dangle coming down, because a K makes a box, and then there's 2 lines on each side that stick out. KS. Kings. Kings and Leon. KS stands for 119. 119, known as 9/11, is actually 661. 616. 6 and 1. And 1 times 6, 7 and 6 is 13 equals 55. 55 is a danger zone because you're dead center. You are the center of the heart of the funnel. The funnel of a mind that was placed on the Tin Man with Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. You are the funnel and passage of everything that will go around, and at the end of going around, it'll just go down the tube. Kitchen sink. The Dalets, Doctor Who, Doctor 49, which means the most extremity of 4. 4 by 9 is your 360 degrees of the passage of 86. Is the doctor in the house? Doctor Who, the doctor is in the house. So does that mean the science labs are in the house? And God that we came from, that was made, who are we? We are electronics regardless, we are electronics. But they want to try and override the electronics that we already are. We are already electronic. Take it out of your mind, and if you want to believe you're going to heaven, well, you tell me how you can go to heaven. You tell me how you go to heaven. You go to heaven because you're already there. They've hot-wired the elements up there, and you grew into a body down here, a piece of electric. Otherwise, when you die, you go nowhere. There's no such thing as picking up anything more than the spirit embryo that you were to begin with. Royals, the lords of royals. The 4-ball and 12-ball and full, again, Earth and Mars. Doesn't say Urantia world. So your mind of Mars, the 1 moon of Earth of the body you behold within is all you are. And when you're done, somehow you go back to the University of Urantia. Probably back up Uranus of some sort. Crazy way, eh? The other thing I wanted to do just before I end this is a little number thing for something that I have done. 542, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Well, how do you do that? 10, 11, and 12. I think I'm going to leave out because I don't remember. I think it was this. You see what I did? Number 1, value for letter. Look, it also says zone, and if you put an N here, it says none. 134, AC/DC. 134 is because this is number 1, and the 34 is the value of this word. 2 equals 258. Isn't that funny? TWO equals 58. In this pattern over here, the gematria tree, 1, 10, 19, and 28 equal to the total of 58. 2 times 58 equals 116. KF are all the initials of the months of the year, because they had to work out. You know why? They had to make down here the same number as up there in Bible, in Torah. Somehow I believe that from 1 to 9 or 1 to 6, I don't think 1 to 5 actually exists at all. There's a few letters that don't exist without actually being 1 and 2 and 1 and 1 within the same realm. I think when 1 came out to be, 1 was 1, but it wasn't A, because a stick and a stone became something before the letters decided to make a shape. 542, 652, 6 equals 7. 765, 7 equals 11. The game of craps. 849, 7 times 7 is 49, into the 8 world. 9 equals 42. 7 by 6 is 42. 7th gate, the 9th birth. 0 equals 64. Zion, Israel, 0. 1 is at the end. 0 equals 6. 1 and 5 is 6. 6 and 4 and 6 and 4, 24. And 10 is 34. Earth and Mars, Earth and Mars. 19, 19. 1919. 1919. 110. 19, bring this one down. 2 and 2. Bring this one up, 6 and 6. Why? Because we want to go to the 7 world. Here you're at 1 and 9. Even here, 1, 3, 1 makes the 7 world. 1, 3, 1. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. 77 again. That's what you get out of what? 0. 10 becomes 1039. But this over here becomes a 15. 1 and 5 is 6. You end up with 639. This would be 639 over here. 3, 6, and 9 as number 10. And what does that mean? That means that unless you believe the story I'm going to tell you, it won't mean anything at all other than what you think. 6, 3, and 9. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 2 and 1 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 1, 4, 7 on your telephone. 6, 3, and 9. It's a piece and a part of pi, and it fits in somewhere. 11. Excuse me, this, I had to go to the wrong spot. Somehow I made the numbers are right, but I made a mistake in something else. Okay, so if I go to 11, 11 equals 63. 9 times 7 is a 63. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 1. It'd be 563. 563 is 315, and it would say ace. 11 would say ace. It would be 1, 1, 1, which equals to 666. 999, 13, 13, 13, and then we're back to 39. See, 10 equals 10? That means if you were playing blackjack and 10 was 10, and the king, 3 kings would be 13 each. The phoenix also spells the opposite name of the Plaidon. I don't know exactly how to say it, but the phoenix and the Plaidon is one against the other. There's a duplication in this world. For whatever's in this world, there is a duplication of everything elsewhere. It's all been covered. The computer that they run by and what they do is old school. It's all old school. Oh, it's brand new in the future for us, but it's old school. Otherwise, they have to learn it. Do you think, what, boom, God popped up, and this is the first time there was a planet? This is the first time anything ever existed in the humanity in the 5,000 years? I don't think so. I don't think so, and I don't think so ever and ever. Couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine us becoming that smart in the last 90 years to be able to take over the world. Because we didn't know before. We knew before. That's why there's so many smart people this time. Anyways, what else did I want to just say in the last second? Why? Before and after Z? 26:53, 25:51, 41, 49, 51, 53. 8 green is 49. 8 green, why don't you just say AC green? 49. 7 and 7. Somehow this guy holds something that he probably doesn't even know himself. I'd like to go look him up. AC green. It's just the numbers, but maybe he's just what he stood for in the 1,100 and something games that he didn't miss. Y. If I put one Y on top of the other one, or create a Y in such an angle that I create 4 corners, putting 2 Y's together. Y and Y. There's many ways to do this. I want to thank Crimson Run, MD, MM, Judy, Johnny, Jacob, Ingerheimer, Schmidt or something. Okay, I'm not making fun of your names. I just have a bad memory. You think I'd wake them up? They're just, you see, when I go pick up all that stuff after, I'm like a cat. When I pick up the stuff that they've been lying on, I too get the information. They get a hairball, they put it in their mouth, the hairball, they lick, and when the hairball is finished taking the information off of it inside their bodies, their tails go up in the air, they cough up the hairball, and they're ready to make a new one with new information from the good old Lord, who's laughing at the whole situation right now. He's scared for us like hell. Every game he plays like this, when it gets down, he's biting nails because he doesn't know the outlook. He knows the outcome, but he doesn't know the outlook towards the outcome because it's always new. We're like a couple of seconds behind, he knows, but the 7 seconds that we miss, it's like a couple of days. Pretty crazy, eh? Seconds and days and numbers. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. We're going to take 2 dice, and if you notice, this one is up, this one is up. I'm going to turn this one to the side, I'm going to turn this one down. Now this one's down, this one's up, we have 1 on each side, 6 in the center. See the way the 6 is? They're the same as each other. I don't want them the same as each other. Where is it again? Here's a 6. This is this is the same as each other. This is not. So that's what I want. So in order to do that, I open them up again. See the way they're opposite of each other? I take, 1 is up, 1 is down. So now I'm going to show you 4 and 2. The opposite of 4 and 2 is an 8. 4 and 2, 5 and 3, 5 and 3. 66, 88. You see the way the 3 goes down and it reaches up on the side? Is that the way you would do it? How would you put this together? Now what we're going to do is we're going to put them both standing up. Right? And now I got them both standing up. $44, $57, $33, $52. Doesn't this look like the 5 card? These 2 dice make up the 7 card. 7th gate, 1 whole world, one on top of this from the other side. Man goes on top of this, and it just shows you man's here with his 2 pieces. That's what I'm assuming. This is how he attached to the other worlds. And then when we do it the other way, we have to put a heart. We have to put this has to become this. Now they're overriding the system. 2 of everything. So what should we actually be going with? 5 and 2 and 5 and 2. My question is, in the telephone, where it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, what is our pattern? Right now our pattern, as far as I understand, is 4, 5, and 6. It goes east and west. Somehow we have to eliminate that pattern, and instead of going 4, 5, and 6, we would actually be 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. Instead of being 2, 3, number 23, instead of being 2, 3, the only 2, 3 we would be is at number W. W would be 2 and 3. Instead of putting 2 and 3 here, Earth and Venus, we actually take it and we put the 2 of them inside the W, instead of running separately. Is that the way it goes, or are we separate? Are we better together or separate? I say we should be every single double digit, under 19, but 10 and over, or 11 and over, or something like that. Don't become 13, because if you were 11 and if you were 13 and over, okay. So let's say you were 13 and over. Let's say our number would be well, it's only ABC or BC or AB. We're known to be AD, not BC, before Christ and after Christ. So if we're the AC, wouldn't we want to be the before Christ, the BC? That would be 2 and 3. That would be your number 23, which creates 11. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3. Man becomes the 4 because of the 1, 3, 2, 5 ratio, in which is right over here, the Celsius, where we had to raise man from 0 to 32 Fahrenheit. 0 Celsius was 32 Fahrenheit. Minus 40, it's the freezing point. Minus 40 means we're back at go. We haven't even started the game, or we'd be on the Mediterranean. Minus 40, if you take go and go all the way around 40, we'd be either back to go, or if we'd be counting spaces, we'd be on the Mediterranean. So I'm not really sure where, but I know in some of these games they will, in fact, tell us the answer. Raphael 7286, in the constellation of Pegasus. So let me point this at the wall. Those are the towers I built. Hey, do we have the what's it called here? Oh, yeah, we do, eh? It really doesn't take good pictures, eh?